Trustee Berger.
Here.
Trustee Zalick.
Here.
Trustee Giesser.
Here.
Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Here.
Trustee McCarthy.
Here.
Mayor Severino.
Here. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Their motion to approve the minutes of our June 3rd, 2024 Village Board meeting.
So moved?
Second.
Moved by Trustee McCarthy, seconded by Trustee Fruzzoloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Under listening pulse, we allow 3 minutes to speak. Do we have anything that came in over the internet?
We do not.
Nothing from the internet. That means that Dr. Ruth Jillian, you have the podium.
Hi, my name is Dr. Mary Yeboah. I'm here to speak on behalf of Dr. Ruth Julian, who's driving to class right now, and she and I share the same sentiments regarding our former neighbor, Isaac Goodloe. She and I both would share the same comments of concern over the results of the case and what has happened in our community. I personally just want to add that I have seen over the years how difficult it can be to bridge people in our community when some members of the community, including Black and brown families and young boys, fear the police, feel powerless against the state, and wonder whether justice is on their side. And I, as a white member of the community, want to bring people together. It becomes very, very difficult to have a story to tell about the intentions of our white community on behalf of our neighbors of color. And so I'm here to ask that we can consider the ripples of harm that continue to be done and make it very, very difficult to reconcile and move our entire community forward when it's hard to even tell them that maybe they're thinking wrongly about the kinds of situations that happen, when evidence continually shows that they have reason to fear and be afraid. And so I'm asking that we consider as we go forward that we begin to reckon with a long history of racism and police brutality, particularly towards Black and brown boys and men and girls in our community, and find out what you as public officials will do to help move these conversations forward, because we need your support in bridging the gaps and helping us come together, especially into the next election year when things will become more and more divided. And so that's what I want to share with you this evening.
Thank you. Liz Larson?
Hi, my name is Liz Larson. I am a resident of Carroll Stream. This is Evangeline. I second everything that Dr. Mary Yeboah said, who is also my sister. I live within walking distance of the Village Brook Apartments, and I've been following the case since Isaac Goodloe was killed on February 3rd. Okay, hold on.
I would have been glad to hold that baby.
I thought she was going to comply. This past Wednesday, I read Illinois State's Attorney Berlin's statement and the Village News memo when they were released. It's been hard for me to know what to say, but I'm going to begin with a quote from one of my heroes, Ida B. Wells, who said, "The way to right wrongs is to shine the light of truth upon them." Once again, it's been difficult for me to know exactly what to say in front of you all. I feel like there's many things I could comment and ask for. I'm a stranger to the Goodloe family, and I only have guesses as to how they would like the community to advocate for them in this situation. I am, of course, also a stranger to all of you. I don't know any of your names or really what you even do. There is essentially no trust between any of us in this room. And there's a lot of sadness there for me. There's a sad reality that the entire reason why people like myself, who's a stranger to the Goodloe family, show up to meetings such as this is because the family perceives that there is silence on the behalf of the powers that be. For the village board, the police department, Bob Berlin, we're either not willing or not able to have a humanizing exchange with the Goodloe family from the start, where their grief and anger was met with, a humanizing exchange would be where their grief and anger is met with real understanding and empathy and a commitment to seek accountability. I would say for a myriad of terrible reasons, the powers that be are unwilling to speak the truth plainly to the family from the start. And I feel like this is magnified in Berlin's statement, where he basically concludes nothing. He says in his statement that he is not concluding that the officer was justified, but he can't conclude that the officer is unjustified. And that's nothing. That's a statement of nothingness. And so if he doesn't have the power to speak the truth, someone else has to have the power to speak the truth to them. And that's the shooting, the death of Isaac Goodloe was wrong. It was unwarranted, it was unjustified, and it should not have happened. And I can understand that there would be arguments against these statements of truth to me, that you could argue that it was warranted, or it was okay, or maybe it was just an accident. But I urge you to look at the humanity inside yourself and to recognize that if Isaac was your brother or your son, what would your truth be of that situation? How would you say, how would you describe that situation? Would you describe it as wrong, or would you describe it as right? Would you describe it as warranted or unwarranted? But beyond that, I also do want to question specifically the decision to enter Isaac Goodloe's apartment in the first place. Isaac Goodloe's death could have been prevented had the officers simply chose to not enter this apartment. The Carroll Stream Police was dispatched in order to de-escalate a violent situation. I also need to say that in no way do I desire to minimize the pain of KU, the woman who was harmed by Isaac Goodloe. I work and live with young women, many of whom have suffered through and survived domestic violence. I believe the officer's intention was to de-escalate the violent situation. However, the officers failed to de-escalate. They escalated it instead. When officers arrived, specifically my understanding from Berlin's statement that KU was physically safe and that there was no imminent threat against her from Isaac Goodloe. It is also my understanding from Berlin's statement that Isaac Goodloe made extremely clear threats against himself in the form of suicidal statements, saying, "They're going to have to kill me, or I'm going to kill myself." And perhaps the officers didn't know that before they entered, but according to Berlin's narrative, that's my understanding of what happened. And so, given the officers' knowledge of both of these realities, KU's current safety and Isaac's suicidal statements, I must question the justification and purpose of entering Isaac's apartment. Retrieving her cell phone or her dog is not sufficient reason. The risk of harm compared to the desire to retrieve those objects does not equal each other out in my mind. Surely the Carroll Stream Police Department is aware of resources, such as the DuPage County Mobile's Crisis Response Unit, that is available to provide response on site for mental health crises. Why were mental health professionals not contacted immediately upon KU reporting that Isaac Goodloe had made suicidal statements? When someone calls 911 and says they are suicidal, does 911 ever dispatch 6 police officers? I'm guessing not. I don't know. I see in the Village Board's most recent memo that the Carroll Stream Police Department is reviewing its policies and procedures, and I ask that the department seriously consider its policies and procedures when responding to domestic violence and threats of suicide. Lastly, I ask you, board members of Carroll Stream, to go back to the drawing board here. Similar to my sister's statements about thinking about the meta-narrative and the big picture here, beyond this isolated incident, I urge you to not accept this as an unfortunate incident that there was no way of preventing. When violence is happening in our community, as it did between Isaac and KU, it cannot be resolved with further violence. You have the power to lead here, to be an example for our surrounding communities, and to create a system that prioritizes recognizing and honoring the humanity in all of us. Thank you.
Is there a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Anselmo. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Gieser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, would you please read what is on the consent agenda?
Certainly. Board and Commission reports. Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals. Evergreen Elementary School, 1041 Evergreen Drive, Special Use Permit Building Addition. Recommended approval subject to conditions 5-0.
Yes.
Yes.
Staff reports and recommendations. Approval of a temporary waiver from the sign code to allow special event banners, a waiver of permit fees for the banner's intent, and a waiver of the fee to process a temporary waiver to the Code of Ordinances, subject to conditions for the 2024 Vet Bros Carroll Stream Animal Hospital Charity Dog Show, Carroll Stream Chamber of Commerce Scholarship Foundation 5K to be held at Ross Ferraro Town Center on August 4th, 2024.
Yes.
Yes. Martinez Construction is seeking DuPage County approval of a plat of subdivision of a 2-acre property between Morse Street and Farwell Street, north of Geneva Road. Although the property is and will remain unincorporated, the property falls within the Village of Carroll Stream's extraterritorial planning jurisdiction, which under state statutes obligates the village to be a signatory to the plat. Because the proposed subdivision will not comply with the standards of the village's Unified Development Ordinance, staff recommends that the village board waive the village's right to be a signatory on the plat of subdivision.
Yes.
Approval of the purchase of a 2024 Dodge Durango Pursuit AWD vehicle through the Southwest Conference of Mayors Purchasing Cooperative from Thomas Dodge for a total cost of $40,697.
Yes.
Approval of the purchase of a new holiday tree and associated decorations from Carpenter Decorating in the amount of $25,966.
Yes.
Approval of Amendment Number 2 to an agreement for engineering services with Baxter and Woodman for the pumping station generator replacements project in the amount of $32,650.
Yes.
Approval of an invoice for large commercial and residential water meter testing and repair services with HBK Water Meter Service, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $26,305.29.
Yes.
Ordinances. Ordinance amending Chapter 11, Article 2 of the Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances by increasing the number of Class VC liquor licenses from 6 to 7. LCI Highland of Illinois LLC, doing business as Elsie's Place Cafe, 224 West Army Trail Road.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2024-07-31. Ordinance approving a special use permit for an addition to Evergreen School, Benjamin District 25, 1041 Evergreen Drive.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2024-07-32. Resolutions. Resolution honoring Brian Cooper upon his retirement from the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3371. Resolution honoring Kathy Vasilopoulos? Did I get it right? Upon her retirement from the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3372. Resolution amending resolution number 3354, adopting the 2024-25 employee compensation plan for the Village of Carroll Stream.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3373. Resolution declaring designated public works equipment surplus and authorization to dispose of the property as proposed pursuant to the provisions of Section 5-8-15 of the Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3374. New business, reappointment of Keith Briggs to the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners for a 3-year term expiring April 30th, 2027.
Yes.
Amplification permit, Carroll Stream Youth Football Association, approval and waiver of the fee for their season opening pep rally on August 10th, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Ross Ferraro Town Center.
Yes.
Raffle license application, Carroll Stream Rotary Club Charity Dog Show, approval of a raffle license and waiver of the fee and manager's fidelity bond for their charity dog show event to be held on August 4th, 2024 at the Ross Ferraro Town Center.
Yes.
Raffle license application, Carroll Stream Rotary Club Ultimate Golf, approval of a raffle license and waiver of the fee and manager's fidelity bond for their Ultimate Golf event to be held on February 6, 2025 at the Carroll Stream Holiday Inn with sales starting July 2nd, 2024.
Yes.
Payment of bills. Regular bills, June 4th, 2024 through June 17th, 2024.
Yes.
Addendum warrants, June 4th, 2024 through June 17th, 2024.
Yes.
Regular bills, June 18th, 2024 through July 1st, 2024.
Yes.
Addendum warrants, June 18th, 2024 through July 1st, 2024.
Yes.
Treasurer's report, revenue expenditure statements and balance sheet for the month ended May 31st, 2024.
Received.
That concludes the items on the consent agenda, Mr. Mayor.
A motion to put those items on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Anselmo, seconded by trustee Zalick. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Fuzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve those items by omnibus vote?
So moved. Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Giesers. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Fuzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Before you go into the report officers, I see we have our superintendent here from District 25. Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Good evening. Do you have something you'd like to talk about? You just come to just see us? And you brought the whole staff with you?
Well, Mr. Mayor, you know I'm never one to shy away from a microphone. I learned that from you, right? You get the floor, you tell a good story. Actually, I would just like to extend my thanks to the village board as well as the zoning and planning commission. The village engineers have been incredibly helpful as we are faced with an enrollment increase to be able to expand Evergreen School for the betterment of our students and the educational experiences that they will have. So I just want to say thank you for your support. Archon Associates is our architect, and R.A. Smith is our civil engineer, who's been critical in helping us move this process forward because I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So I am very, very grateful and very thankful to the board and all who serve. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate your approval this evening.
Well, I have something I'd like to say. I live at the far end in your district.
Yes, you do.
All at once, we're having families move in with young kids, and they're moving in because of the school district. That says a lot, believe me, because usually we have people, I won't say old like me, but I mean, they're older people, and they have their mother-in-law living with them or whatever. But now we have young people moving in that have children, and they're moving in, and they're talking about how great a school district it is, so thank you. It's easy to work with good people. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're tickled to death, I'll tell you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate it. Thank you, board.
That's it. Now we can do the report officers, huh? Let's see. Trustee Anselmo.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd first like to thank everyone for attending our unofficial first concert of the year last week with Billy Alton. The Pride concert that everybody was excited about has been moved to August 22nd. I do want to thank in advance the parade committee for all their hard work throughout the year to put together our anticipated great parade this week. And as a reminder, everyone likes fireworks. They are illegal. So let's be considerate of your neighbors and pets, because I've had a pet that was brutal when it came to fireworks, and it's not fun. So please be considerate and let the professionals handle the fireworks. We have a great fireworks display every year. And finally, I ask residents to please slow down in neighborhoods. I believe last week there was an overturned car on Bluff. It's 35 miles an hour down there. It's unacceptable. My street is 25 miles an hour. Most of the neighborhood streets are 25 miles an hour. Many are doing 45, at least, just from the eye. So anyway, please slow down, be considerate. That ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Anselmo, and thank you for the help at Colony Park last week. That was very nice of you to be there and help feed all of the people that live there.
Thank you.
Very good. Trustee Berger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Trustee Anselmo, not everybody shoots off fireworks. Not only am I a law-abiding citizen, but I'm also too slow to get away from them once they're lit. On that note, weather forecast is starting to look favorable for the 4th of July. So with that, I would like to wish everybody a happy and very safe 4th of July. That concludes my report.
Happy 4th.
Thank you. Trustee Zalick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First off, being a retiree from the police department, I worked both with Kathy and Brian. I want to congratulate them on their well-deserved retirement. There is a blood drive at the library on July 23rd from 1 to 5. Check out the library website for more details. Because I worked at the police department, I worked alongside Kevin Baber, and I want to give a big congratulations to Joshua Baber, his son, who just got sworn in last month. So if he's anything like his dad, it's going to be interesting. I want to thank also the parade committee for doing such a great job, and I look forward to the parade. Being summer, I want to be outside. I believe DuPage Health Department observed some mosquitoes having West Nile, so please be careful. Wear repellent, drain water areas that could breed mosquitoes, and dress appropriately. And with it being International Joke Day, I just want to say I don't trust stairs because they're always up to something. And let's keep the military and first responders in our thoughts and prayers, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Zalick.
I'd conclude your report for you.
Trustee Giesers.
Thank you very much. Just want to let everyone know, just watch your speeds, as everyone has said. I've just noticed it a lot, at least in our neighborhood, where people are driving excessively. Everyone have a great time this holiday weekend. We're going to have a terrific 4th of July, or Independence Day parade. And I know most of us will be part of it, and looking forward to seeing everyone there. It'll start at the Simkus Center, go down Lees Road, and end at the Town Center. It's not a long route, but hopefully it's lined up with all kinds of people. On a personal note, I want to thank the parade committee for naming my wife and I grand marshals for the parade this year. We spent 20 years helping lead that parade, so it was an unexpected honor, and hopefully, we'll see you along the parade route. And if anyone's been driving around the county lately and seeing, especially if you're on some of the Great Western Trail or the Prairie Path, you see these giant painted heads. You might want to check it out. It's an exhibit called Olmec Trails. It's a cooperative between the College of DuPage, which Carol Stream has a branch here, and the Mexican Cultural Center in West Chicago. There's 33 giant Olmec heads throughout the county. And it's a great little art presentation, and I think people will get a kick out of it if you take a look at it. That's my report.
Thank you, Trustee Giesers, and congratulations, well-deserved to be the Grand Marshal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Trustee Frizzaloni.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I really thought you were going to go with the other joke. It was funnier.
It was.
No.
I just wanted to wish everyone a very happy and safe 4th of July. Looking forward to the parade. My family personally, we have so much candy, so I really am praying for the weather to hold out, because that much candy in my house is dangerous. Also, on a personal note, my dad is looking forward to being in the parade this year, so if anyone is paying attention, he's going to be sitting with Public Works on one of the vehicles, so if you see him, wave at Fireman Mike. He's been telling the entire family how excited he is to be in the parade this year. So happy 4th of July, be safe out there, and that ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Frizzaloni. Madam Clerk.
What about Matt?
Oh,
Jeff's like, wait a minute, this is too early.
He's never here anyways.
I was
And you would usually go before me, right?
That's okay. Well, see, they all looked at each other like, okay. Trustee McCarthy, thank you for being here. I know you drove back special for this meeting, so I appreciate that.
Congratulations, Brian and Kathy, on your retirements. That's, you work hard to get to that point, so it's well-deserved, and enjoy it. People who don't watch or don't know the ins and outs of our meeting, we have been asked it before. When there's during the public comment and we never speak, we're not supposed to comment during listening post. And that's why even if somebody asks us a question, there's very, very rarely any kind of response. We're not supposed to, because it's not on the agenda. So it's not that we're not listening, it's not that we don't care. It's that we can't. So I just wanted to make that clear. With the 4th of July coming up, I think all of us believe we live in about the best country there is. Are we perfect? No. There's no such thing as a perfect place. But I think we should celebrate who we are and what we accomplish as a country. We can disagree. We can be on different sides of things. But at the end of the day, each of us are Americans. And we should celebrate the 4th of July
for that reason. So happy 4th of July. Be safe, be smart. Don't be drinking and driving. Stay away from the fireworks. Somebody gets hurt, or the dogs go crazy, or the kids go crazy. So let the pros do it. And on that note, that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustee McCarthy. Madam Clerk.
Did you want Brianna to go first? I can go first. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So I just wanted to say congratulations to Brianna on her new position. Unfortunately, it won't be with us, so I'm going to really miss sitting next to you, but I appreciate her being here for the time that we had you. You did a great job, so I'm going to miss you and wish you the best of luck. And also, I wanted to say congratulations to Brian and Kathy on their retirements from the Carroll Stream Police Department, and I thank them for their service. And I also want to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July, and don't forget to shop and dine Carroll Stream.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Brianna?
Thank you, Mayor. I would also like to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July holiday. In addition to the parade taking place on the 4th, we will be having a concert at Town Center at 7 p.m. Hillbilly Rockstars is coming back for another year. There will be food trucks on the lot as early as 6 p.m., and then there will be a fireworks show immediately following the concert at 9:15. And that concludes my report.
Mr. Rhodes, our village attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Brianna, congratulations and best wishes to you in your new position. It's been a pleasure to work with you. My congratulations to Brian Cooper and Kathy Vasilopoulos. And I also wish everyone a very happy 4th of July and hopefully a very safe one as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all yours.
I will be very brief, Mr. Mayor. Just a reminder that in accordance with our summer schedule, the July 15th meeting will be canceled. And I want to wish Brianna well and a congratulations. This will be her last meeting with us. So that concludes my report. And we are going to adjourn it to executive session, not to return.
From here, okay. I had a lot to say, but the one thing that really, I have to get this off my chest. Brianna, I'm going to miss you. And I know you've noticed that I have ignored you every day that I come in, because when I heard you were leaving, it broke my heart, to tell you the truth. I really appreciate what you've done in a short period of time. You fell right into that job. You filled the shoes of somebody who was doing it for a long time and did an excellent job at it. And I just want to tell you, that's why I haven't said anything to you. I didn't have the, we've been going through a lot. I didn't have the nerve to walk in your office and say anything, but I just want you to know how I really feel. Congratulations on your new job. You're not going to be that far away. This is like a second home for you, so you're always welcome here. So thank you very much. So we're going into closed session with.
Jim, let me ask you a question about that. We did not post the topic on here.
That's fine.
We
can
still do it?
go into executive session. There's not going to be any action that is taken after the executive session. So we're going to an executive session to discuss the sale of real property in accordance with the provisions of the Open Meetings Act. And as I indicated, there will be no action taken by this board after the executive session. So the motion will be to go into executive session for that purpose and then to adjourn directly from executive session.
Okay, moved. So moved. Seconded by trustee Zalik. Was moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Zalik. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Gieser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Meeting's adjourned.